allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll call for a roll call.
Nicole French, Whitney Tucker,
Here.
Jim Ferguson.
Here.
Laura Oliver, Joe Steiger,
Here.
Dina Kreitler,
Here.
Roseanne Ani,
Here.
Christine Alexander.
Here.
That's it.
All right, we're gonna move through the agenda?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Dude, technically, you should approve the.
Let's approve the agenda. Thank goodness you're here.
We would save about 3 or 4 minutes. About one here. Let's go.
Move to approve the agenda.
I'll move. If I can end it.
Does someone have to second
I second.
it? All, do we have to vote on that?
Yeah.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, approval of the previous minutes? From February? Move to approve? Tim?
Make.
Second from Whitney?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Financial report, are you gonna, would you like to go over that?
I was not briefed on this. We're really gonna,
I think really just the bottom numbers, the one that you're.
about 88,000, that's what we have. Okay. $88,402.60 is what we have in the coffers. And if you look, Aaron, on the other page, you can see the monthly receipts from February. And year over year, they're up twice as, well, not twice as much, but they're up from $1,400 in February of 23 to $2,582 in February of 04. And so that's a nice.
Yeah, that is
down
really
from
nice.
once before. So
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's a lot because of when the lodging establishments pay, some of them pay monthly, some pay quarterly. So,
Well, and do you think that that's because like right now we have a lot of construction and contracting in the community that's staying? Because I know that Wholesome has microtels booked out for months. So, I mean, that could probably be one of the main
I mean,
reasons.
there's a bunch of cars there. I didn't know that was the case.
Yeah, I think it's contracting for Wholesome. And there's even some contractors right now with Mississippi Line that's in town.
and we had 5 of them last night.
Yeah.
Any other questions about financial report?
If so, happy just walk in, you can answer them.
No. I do, but so with 3 members, we do not have a quorum for TTC.
Yes,
We do.
it's 3 or 5, so you have, yeah.
Okay, excellent, great. Phew.
Okay, next on the agenda, public comments. Anyone? We are going to discuss the marketing grant applications later in other business.
You want me to speak now? Or?
Yeah.
He's here to talk the grant
Oh,
application.
wrong second, wrong second.
Any other public comments? Okay, on to old business.
Yeah, so we had some past events in February that we can go through. Mardi Gras in Maine did their inaugural event out on Main Street, of course. I thought it was great. I was out there really that whole weekend. Followed up, Mardi Gras was followed up by the Chocolate Walk. I was out there for that as well, and it was nice to see people, brushing by each other on the sidewalks. So. Yeah, and that was 2 separate groups who put that on, so it's nice to see that making St. Genevieve move. That was really nice. Upcoming events, we've been working hard on getting all the big players together to have a very cohesive sort of solar eclipse flyer that has been released. You should see it hanging in people's windows at this point, and you can get onto our website and find that very easily. I'm trying to update all of the events that are going on throughout the county. I know Charlottesville and Dewdrop Inn are doing events, as well as the French Colonial America is putting on a pretty great event, and so that will continue to make its way to the website before then. And I'll be on next week, next Monday, with Don Pritchard, kind of talking about the solar eclipse again, and we have a meeting tomorrow about just kind of finalizing everything. So it should run pretty smoothly. We also have the Gravel Classic coming up. This is another one that I've been pretty involved with. One of the big things with that is I need to go around to a lot of the merchants and see if they want to donate prizes for the event. But they're expecting 400 riders. And I think they generally, the past couple of years, they brought their families. So, and I know we have Fourth Friday Art Walk before that. So I've been working to make sure that the riders have all this information beforehand so they know they can build a weekend off of it.
Last year, was a decent turnout, we had some crappy weather, it was still
Correct.
decent.
It was still decent for
Yeah.
the
I think they
weather.
said they had 316 riders last year.
Wow. Okay. That's good for,
Yeah, 'cause they had
The
the
big
big
storm we had.
yeah, right. Well, wasn't it kind of like tornado weather? Yeah.
Straight-line winds and stuff.
Any questions about old business?
Just want to point out that downtown St. John's doing Build a Bouquet May 4th instead of the egg drop, drone drop thing that they did last year. So that information, I think I went out today
Okay.
via email and social media. So that's another fun event geared toward women, moms, grandmas, aunts, sisters, whatever. So kind of like a Mother's Day kind of thing.
Yeah, what's the, can you tell the, conception?
So basically, every shop that participates, when the participant will get a map, and when they go to each shop or that's participating, that shop will stamp the map, and then at the end they come to the flower station that we'll have set up, and however many stamps they have on their map is how many stems they'll actually receive in their bouquet. So say they visited 10 shops and they got 10 stamps, then they'll get 10 stems of flowers, and then we'll put it together in a bouquet, wrap it, a nice bow, and then that'd be like their takeaway. So there's no, they don't have to spend a certain amount in a shop to get that stamp. They just have to, go in and make some sort of a purchase. It could be minimal, large, it doesn't matter. So, yeah, kind of a neat little spin up on things.
Yeah, like that.
All right, new business.
New business, McDaniel's marketing plan.
I had one kind of before,
yeah.
how's the calendar events going, trying to organize that on your side, trying to get,
Yeah, I mean, it's, the events is easier than nailing down the map and the moving businesses, but it's still kind of elusive, that we've got so many entities. But the thing I'm working with Amanda Schwinn on right now is, and she's a little busy being hired out to work, build the Eclipse banner right now, but I'll be working with her to get that calendar of events sort of scheduled that we can rotate on our website and we can rotate on our Facebook. But it's still, we'll take a little bit of time to get that out.
Is that tied to like a Google Calendar, or how is it structured? Do you know?
I don't know just yet. Yeah, I'm looking for some advice on that from her as well. So
sorry, Madam Chair.
New business.
new business. So tonight we're hoping to approve the McDaniel's marketing plan. I guess just to speak on it a little bit, it seems like there's a lot of excitement around it. It's exciting for me just to have an outside entity that can help us, our tourism department, stay on track. We have a lot of voices going through our department, trying to pull us one way or the other. So it would really be nice to have that extra entity outside helping pull us forward. And to help us hit those milestones year over year. And who's going to have more of a, a clear idea of where we should be. But I will definitely be boots on the ground. I tried to put another piece in your packet. I kind of revised the brand promise statement. Nothing big. I'm just wanting to show that, I am being active in the creation. And I think what people should realize is that everything that talks about St. Genevieve and our history and things like that, that's a living document that will change as, we kind of find, it'll get better as far as, it was written by a group that doesn't live here and doesn't have a huge understanding of every little piece and what we should be putting forward. So I will be working constantly to make sure that we're headed in the right direction, but they're going to give us that professional sort of overreach that we need. So I think what we should really be focusing on is the fact that, the real permanent structure that we're voting on here is that year over year plan of development. So has everybody had a chance to look through it? We feel pretty positive about it.
I thought they did a great presentation the other night at the firehouse, so, I think, I don't have any question.
Okay. Yeah, you guys chose well, for sure, so I'm glad that went through, and, it's nice that they really wanted to work with us as well. I think that enthusiasm is good. They know that they can help, and I think that's huge. So,
We're low hanging fruit, yes.
like, man, look at all this stuff here. It should really, they should be doing more with what we have, and it's tough because we're so small, but we're so rich in so many areas that I think we all get overwhelmed with how to put that forward. So we definitely need this help.
And we're voting on this tonight to
We're
make it
voting on it
official?
tonight. We got to get it through because then I've got to, apply for the matching grant. And,
Okay. And I guess TTC and TAC votes on this?
Yeah. Move to approve the, plan
So
for,
you're a ex officio, you're not officially a voter, so you can't make a motion.
sorry,
I'll make a motion to move on the marketing plan for McDaniels.
So all those in favor?
we need a second.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Motion passes.
Nice.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, that's a big step.
Finally, yeah.
Yeah, big step. We should all smile about that for a minute. We'll take a moment of silence.
So, Aaron, what's your timeline of that plan's been approved? What's your timeline for the matching grant?
It opens up April 1st.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so,
So we have.
yeah, we had to get it through. It opens up, yeah, so, phew, so we got it through by the skin of our teeth with 3 members, so that's excellent.
Okay. Done. Is that all, Aaron?
That's it for
Okay,
me.
so other businesses next. We have 3 marketing assistant grant applications. One applicant is here. Would you like to tell us a little bit about your grant, Mr. Heller?
Sure. Well, we have started a truck club, and that's kind of taken off a little bit. We started off with just a couple of trucks, and now I think we're going to have close to 200 coming.
Oh, wow.
With that said, I think I put 300 to 400 people. I'm thinking about, well, it's probably closer to 1,000 now. So we got a monster truck coming. We have Rankin is bringing their recruiting trailer and truck down. We have a custom pinstriper artist coming to do work there. We had a lot of support from the local businesses, so we got some shirts made. I didn't know about the grant until a couple weeks ago when I applied for it. We would like to make this a yearly thing. Right now, this would probably be second biggest truck show for Fords in the state right now. We have, guys from as far away as Lake of the Ozarks coming and, Paducah, Illinois. So we're drawing probably 80% of our trucks are coming from out of town, maybe 90%. So we got that going for us. The community centers are very generous with their, they're gonna let us use the water park lot in their bathrooms, so that's gonna work out pretty good. We have 3 or 4 food trucks coming. And, that day is also a, River Dogs tournament at the community center. So we're probably gonna have close to 1,500 people there. So that's what I got, and if you guys would, like to support that, I'd appreciate it. Like I said, we're gonna try to make it an annual thing, and I think it's just gonna get bigger and bigger, so I appreciate it. Thanks for the time.
Tim, how did this come to St. Genevieve?
So actually, our Ford guys, there's a huge rally in Pigeon Forge, and they draw 1,000 trucks. A bunch of us can't make it, so we're like, it was almost on a dare. Somebody said, think you can get a truck show started? And I said, yeah, let me see what I can do. So, it's just, we've got guys there's another one in Texas, and, an older man from Centralia called me, and he said, I'll come to yours instead of going to Texas, it's closer. So, I mean, from what I can tell, it's gonna be really big. I'm hoping we have enough room. I mean, I can get 350 trucks on the parking lot, so.
Do the trucks have to pre-register to come?
So that's a part of money. If I do a pre-register, I need to do a website, and that runs me $15-20 a month. And right now, everything's been through Facebook. There's probably, I don't know, 25-30 Ford truck websites you can get on Facebook. We started a Facebook page. Right now, it's word of mouth, but I want to get everything lined up before I start opening it up and to the, everybody. I don't want to invite the entire Ford community until I see how the first one goes. But I think we're going to draw quite a bit. So the money that I'm asking for, or you guys have open, I need to get signage made. I need to get some banners made, things of that nature. Then that money would help with that. So if I got that all lined up, I could do radio ads or whatever with that. So right now, like I said, I'd say anywhere from 80 to 90% of our participants are going to be from out of town. So I think it's a pretty good thing. We were going to try to make a lap through town. It's a cruise, so we'll go out through. We haven't picked a route, but I'm thinking M Road, out the End Road, out by the wineries. It's called Rally in the Valley is the actual name of the event. And then we'll come through, make a lap through town, and then go to the water park. So the show starts at noon, runs till about 9 o'clock. So I imagine we're going to have a pretty big crowd. Any more questions?
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you, guys.
I don't think we've had, these are our first ones. Are we gonna discuss them all and then vote, or what do y'all think?
Abby, is there a protocol?
There's no particular protocol, you can do everything. It was all, we'll go through all 3 and then vote on them together individually, kind of just set your own pace.
All right, why don't we, go through them all?
That's fine.
Okay, so let's see, what's the next one? Trail net. Give everyone
We don't have
a,
to go through here for them.
no,
No.
is everyone, because we need to vote on these tonight, correct?
We have a quorum, so not.
So let's just take a minute to read through,
Yeah.
or just give everyone another minute.
I will just say, I just got done doing a Zoom with this group last week, because they came to us, to the chamber as well too, and we approved a sponsorship today at our board meeting. So I think what I understand is they're trying to get more entities, because last year was just Audubon's and the hospital, right? The last 2 years.
At least last year, I can remember.
Yeah. So I think what they're trying to do is just draw in more sponsors throughout the whole community for more support, is how I understood it.
Yeah, all we did was allow them to use our lot.
Yeah.
We didn't do any, and I think there might have been a donation, things like that, but we just allowed them to use the lot,
Yeah.
so. And we were on a call with them, earlier this week, and, what they've done last year and what they plan to do this year is definitely gonna bring a lot of people to
Yeah.
town.
I was a good meeting when I had with them last week, so.
So they're just looking to increase their coffers to spread their reach. And we all know that's a big event here. So.
Yeah.
Dana, do you want to talk about the Eclipse Black Party then?
Oh.
I don't know that we need to spend a whole lot, yeah, let's move
I was
on.
like, wait, what?
I don't know that we need to spend a whole lot of time on Trail Net.
Right, so basically the Sunday block party is at the Valley Desert area. We are blocking off the corner of Merchant and Third to just Merchant and Fourth Street, so just that main area there. It is a joint effort from the Chamber, the Tourism Department, and the Museum Learning Center. So I guess those are our three collaborative entities. But Sunday is just more of the downtown area. We're doing, there'll be beer and music and food vendors. But the music portion will run through from noon to 8 p.m. And we are looking for volunteers. We're also looking for, donations to help us advertise to draw people here. I don't know if you guys are aware, but Perryville has been working on the Eclipse event for probably since the last eclipse in 2017. And so obviously we are closer to St. Louis and we feel like we can draw that northern market to St. Genevieve. And so they would essentially stop here instead of going down 30 more miles to Perryville. So that's kind of what we're trying to do is advertise more north, Belleville, St. Louis area, and then not as much in the south because they're either going to Carbondale, Crothersville, or Perryville Cape area for that stuff. So we're not anticipating a large draw from the southern region. So right now our focus is more northern, but we can't do that unless we advertise up there. So that was the part of trying to get more money also in our coffers to help, pay for those advertising opportunities.
Right, and we've gotten donations, but the music is taking up a good bit of that, and I'll be putting an ad in the Kirkwood paper with the Jeff County newspapers, and I have a pretty aggressive social media campaign going on Facebook and Instagram right now, so would
Yeah,
be nice to.
And we have applied for other grant opportunities as well. I know that the chamber has jumped in, the city, the county has all put in money as well. And then we have some individual sponsorships that Robert Wilk has secured for us. So all in all, we're looking, I think we filled out a muni band grant for some of our music. So we've done quite a bit, other than just this tourism entity of it, so.
But again, this would help our reach.
Oh, absolutely, it would, and that was I think that was the majority of it would help our advertising from the north, putting those dollars. That's not cheap. And radio time is expensive,
It's very, and you have to get a lot of repetition.
yeah.
All right. Any other comments, questions, concerns about any of these three grant
Well, I
applications?
just have a question, just because I'm new, so I just want, so we have 3 of them already. So, I don't know how much throughout the year you plan on giving, so, if we approve, I don't want to sound negative or anything, but we just approved these 3, are we going to, towards the end of the year, or the end of the, are we gonna run out and then have someone who put something in towards the end not be able to receive funds?
Well, I think that was,
I think what I'm trying to say isn't coming out right, but.
I know what you're trying to say. What happens if we run out of money and we can't fund everything?
Right, because I'm looking at these three, and there's two basically local ones. So we're helping out local entities bring people into town. And then we have TrailNet, which I know is great for the town. You have all of these bikers coming in, you have their families coming in. And I know it helps lodging, restaurants, but it's not a local entity. So they're already coming in, using our beautiful landscape for their ride. And not that I'm against it, I'm not. I'm just saying, I don't want to not be able to help the chamber if you have an event towards the end of the year and you need the money, and we gave it to a non-local. And you understand what I'm saying? Like the Ford truck thing, that's great, they're bringing all these people in. He is gonna drive everybody that doesn't live here right through the historic district. So even though they're not going to tour the Felix or tour the Volnut or eat at the Autobahn, they're gonna drive right past it and hopefully come back. The Eclipse thing, you're bringing those people in, they're gonna sit in the historic district and they're gonna listen to the music and they're gonna eat and they're gonna spend time in the historic district. The bike riders are coming in, they ride, they might stay, they might eat, but then after you're exhausted from a ride, you generally leave town. So I just, think we need to look at each one and see who it is that we're helping. TrailNet, each of those riders that are riding are paying them to ride. We don't get any of that, do we, for them using our land? Besides getting the people coming to town, we're not benefiting that.
Well, we don't benefit from any of them technically.
Right, but that's what I mean, TrailNet is charging each of those riders to ride on that trail, and they charge vendors to come to their thing and all of that. So I don't know, I'm just trying to, I want to help out the little guys and not run out towards the end of the year and not be able to help out the local.
Well, let's answer that question first. What did we budget for this grant program?
I think it's 7,000.
7,000? Yeah. So we're gonna have, we're about $4,000. If we fund them all fully, we have about $4,000 left for these other potential grant applicants down the road. So we're gonna have a lot of money left over for other events. But I think, and then so I don't know if that answers at least that one question.
Yeah, it does, so that means we have 4,000 left, but we're sitting right here with already 3 in front of us. And you have the different options on there. I was gonna ask for money, I'm gonna ask for 250, so that only leaves us with 4. Is the Pecan Festival gonna ask? Probably. Is Oktoberfest gonna ask? Probably. So I just think we need to, I don't know, that's just that did answer my question about how much. I just don't want to give all of them to the first ones that apply and then towards the end of the year not be able to help the Pecan Festival or.
Well, Roseanne, you also know too that we don't have to grant the $1,000 request. We can give them a denomination less than what they've requested. We don't have to.
Well, that
fund
would
the
be a
full-
thought too then,
Right, Happy? We don't have to, we can give them, say TrailNet, for example, we don't have to give them 1,000, we could give them 500 or 250 or, okay.
Any number that you want to.
Okay, I'm just thinking ahead to all the festivals and, Pecan, Oktoberfest, those are the only 2 I can think of. But if Jura Fed comes to us asking for money, look at the draw they bring in. And those people are here 2 days and visiting all the local businesses and staying here in the lodging. So, I just want to make sure that we're able to help them as well and not run out and just say yes, yes, yes right away.
I mean, I think it's valid because you have Honey Fest too as well.
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah.
So, I think it's about, I think your point's valid.
But like I said, the Eclipse thing and the Ford truck thing, those are amazing, events to draw people in. So,
Well, it's an interesting thing, you know, I get where we want to help the local guy, but it's interesting and thinking that, you know, TrailNet and the Gravel Classic is not so beneficial for the town, but it's interesting working with them. You know, they're not so big either. You know, there's like a couple of people working there and they're really trying hard to get people here. And I think, you know, they just lack kind of an understanding of how to, you know, they're trying to correct things and evolve as well. So, you know, not that this goes towards any philosophy about giving them the grant. It's just saying that, like, you know, they will bring a lot of value to town, I do believe. But we also have to direct them, and I'm working with them to, like, okay, how do we get people to stay 2 days? And this is a philosophical thing for the rest of people who want to come in and have an event in St. John, you know what I mean? That we've got to do a better job as a tourism department, getting with people and helping direct that cause too, because when people are coming from out of town, they don't really know what's all here, and I think that's going to be a huge gap to bridge going forward. You know,
right, I mean, I agree, it's a great event, and that they chose St. Genevieve to do it is great, because it is bringing all those people to town. I'm just, you know, thinking of all of the things that are, all of the other activities that are gonna add.
Is there a way to earmark some of those, like for the ones that we know, like the Compalooza, Mardi Gras, you know, some of the new ones also that are coming, but we know, like, oh, this is in town, we have it every year. Like, is there a way, I mean, not that everybody's gonna ask for that money, but kind of
Well, that's.
put a little bit of a
I
pause on
think
it?
the conception was that they had to fill out the grant application.
We don't know if they're gonna fill it
So
out.
we don't know if they're going
who's
to
gonna
or not.
apply.
Right, but kind of just a
It's
little
the first
bit.
year, so we don't know how it's gonna work, you know.
Yeah, no, I'm just asking, because I want to make sure.
We started the Media Band Grant maybe 10, 12 years ago, and at first we weren't sure what that was gonna become of that, and I think if you talk to the media, well, we just had a presentation, from the president of the Media Band, and he's just really thankful that it has taken off so well, that the city is helping sponsor some of these other additional music, events that are happening in the city. So we've been fortunate that the Muni Grant, and I think that's where maybe some of the concept of this came about, is to try to support in a marketing effort towards us. So I want to err on the side of caution, but I want to, get the word out, because you never know. That's a good demographic. Go back to the TrailNet question you had. That biker group, they're not Harley Davidsons, they're Schwinn's and whatnot.
Yeah.
And they're a good demographic to have as tourists to come to town, because they do tend to come back and they do tend to spend a lot of money and they do tend to stay overnight. So it's not a bad demographic. TrailNet knows that, and they're, so it's a good one to go after. But to your point, how do you pick and choose? And I think this is going to be a growing year to figure out, how, because $7,000 is not going to be enough to give everybody some money.
Right.
So unfortunately, we're in government and we're gonna be picking winners and losers. And it's not the right thing to do, but it is what it is. We're trying to do something, so we're not gonna make everybody happy.
But $7,000 more than what we've ever given.
It's awesome, to take that $7,000 to try to reach out 100 miles, 300 miles and bring people to town, have them come for one event, and then hopefully they come back, and tell people and move here and get a job and raise a family and,
I understand what you're saying, but we have to make a decision about what we have right in front of us now, and it is, like Joe said, it's gonna be a learning year. And this TrailNet is bringing people, exposing them to our town, and if, in my opinion, if we don't help them out, they're gonna go find another town to do it in.
They could.
And they could.
And they probably would.
They're even expecting at least more than 100 more bikes this year, because they co-op with other locations. They're not just outside, there's local people in these rides.
Yeah. There's a lot of local people.
A lot of
that
local people, a lot of celebrities coming in that were here last year and that stay. Again, they might not come in and go into our restaurant or go into our hotel or go to the candy shop or go to these places, but they'll come back. At least they experience St. Genevieve, and then a lot of them will come back. So it's an exposure.
Is there a way to kind of bisect it, that preference is given, or X amount is preference given to locally generated events? And then people don't apply for them, then that could be dipped into with the other half? I mean, is that something worth considering? I've seen lots of grants do that.
I don't think that's a good policy myself. It'd be the same as us saying we only give bids to local contractors. You want to bring in all individuals and not make anybody feel left out. But you can adjust what you give out up to 7,000. Now, your budget year runs to October 1st. So you have a new budget year starting October 1. So you'll have a replenishment, whatever you decide on your budget, for that amount. So up until August 1st, this is what you have. And we haven't spent anything since last October 1st, because we just started.
So basically, if there's no money September 1 for Pecanapalooza, we can wait until November 1 to apply.
I think we're gonna learn this year, organizations are gonna learn this year, and we'll maybe know what's coming down the pipe. But once again, we've got stuff in front of us now that are, in my opinion, quite valid, and I don't wanna alienate a successful organization, a successful event.
I think if you're gonna get some positive feedback from all the groups, and the ones maybe that missed out on it, maybe not, but they're gonna be like, hey, this is valuable to us, and I think they'll start coming to, the city council and the tourism meetings and saying, hey, we need to fund these endeavors, more so, because they are helpful to us and, really are beneficial to everyone. So I think these are good problems to have, and you bring up very good points. Very good points to consider. Do you want to do individually, go through each one, do each one individually, or do you want to approve them
No, I
blankly?
think they should be done individually, don't you think? Happy?
Individually is fine. Yeah.
I think we
Better?
should. Individual.
So,
I don't want to stop discussion with more.
no, is there any more discussion?
All my questions are answered. I'm good now.
So technically, for this part of this meeting, it's just the 3 TTC members, because that is specifically the amount of, the group that has to spend the money.
Yeah.
So it's not the full group on this.
So I'll move to approve the Ford truck, grant application
$1,000.
for $1,000.
I'll second.
I have a question, Abby. Can Laura move those since she's acting chair? Can she make the
You
motion?
just had a motion in a second, so she's asking for.
Oh, I thought you made the motion, I'm sorry.
I asked to move, or asked to, what did I say?
I knew what you were answering.
No, just for record. So, yes.
And you second it?
I second, yes.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And you vote, and you do vote.
All right, motion passes. Got your money, Mr. Heller.
Hey, thank you guys, and I just want to say that those guys that are gonna be here, they're gonna come into town, they're gonna eat. And like I said, if this turns into, I want it to be yearly, and it's just gonna keep growing. I want it to be
Did
a
you
big.
make the cruise through town really, really long so they have to big gas?
There are gonna be so many trucks that I actually told Happy I need to come to the city meeting and coordinate with the police officers to get,
Yeah.
they're gonna, I think you guys would be pleasantly surprised. This is gonna be a family event, there's not gonna be a bunch of, there's no alcohol involved, so let me just put that out there, these guys are, most of them are older guys, respected guys, they're not gonna be out teenagering and breaking stuff. But, thank you very much.
Okay. Motion to approve the TrailNet grant for $1,000.
Make a motion.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Motion to approve the chamber grant for $1,000.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. I'm getting good at this.
This one.
I do too. Future people.
All right. Oh, I believe, is there anything else?
I think we were going to, maybe appoint a new TAC member.
That's the board of alderman point.
That's the board of ball. Okay.
But Karen Stubbe from the county, the county representative on TAC at the next meeting.
Oh, nice.
And we are looking for, we did have a resignation on TTC, and we're looking for somebody that has a business interest in St. Genevieve County. That would be a good member.
You have a resignation for what?
Resignation for business interest for TTC.
Curious, that's fine,
Oh, Gary.
that's fine.
Oh.
Yeah, been to one of our meetings yet, but
Did you have a director report tonight? No?
I didn't.
I didn't know if you were gonna talk about this.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, I brought some things. One of the things I guess in my report was talking about updating the brand promise statement, but we got our rack cards, so thank you guys. TTC pays for these. And, CTM is the people that print those for us. And they reached out and they were like, we need new rack cards. And I didn't want to reprint the old ones, so this is what I came up with. So again, going back to the marketing plan and how I plan to, doing things like this is also my way of getting out in front of McDaniel's marketing and making sure we don't get kind of stamped down. We put all of our best assets forward. So just wanted to show you guys that. I'm pretty proud of them, but
I think they look great.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's this QR code?
The
go to? Is it
website.
St. John?
Yeah, it goes to,
It
That's
does
what I
work.
just was looking.
Yeah, it goes them to the chamber.
put the virus on your phone.
Yeah.
So, you're welcome.
I
Looks good.
I do have a question with this tiger on here. Is the tiger sanctuary still open?
I think so.
Yeah,
I
that's,
hadn't heard otherwise.
which is strange because it seems, it's part of the Crown Valley complex, so I
Yeah,
thought.
well, that's what I was asking.
I think they're a completely separate entity now.
Right, yeah.
Oh, they are. Okay. Nice.
Motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn. Nobody
Everybody wants to stay here.
Oh, I'll second. One line.
All those in favor?
All right.